We're already rolling. This is how it goes.
Okay, and like we don't have like an intro roll or something?
No. Do you want to introduce yourself? Do you want John to introduce yourself?
Coming to you live from Oak Ridge, home of Johnny Cash.
Yes!
But hey, yeah, I'm Francis. I'm the current confirmation. Hi, yeah. Current confirmation coordinator at St. Jude the Apostle over in Westlake. Confirmation coordinator is one of the jobs with the highest employee turnover rates ever.
Yeah.
We'll see how long I last.
How long have you been there so far?
Coming up on 3 years.
That sounds like a pretty long time.
Which is probably a record, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you feel burnt out?
I heard the statistic is something around like 2 years for burnout.
Dang, that's crazy.
I do occasionally get tired, but it's like I do sense I at least have a little bit of gas left in the tank. So
right.
I think I made it past that benchmark.
But this is not your first stint in ministry.
No. I did do student staff with a group called Young Life, where it's like they look at such promising and amazing, incredible young people like myself. I'm totally joking. But yeah, they just like really took a chance by giving students the opportunity to work in a full ministry capacity and role, and I kind of just stuck around, and that became something else, and this, that, and that, the other, and that gave me a lot.
I think I got their pamphlet at a Christian at Reality Ventura this last weekend.
All right, we're repping out that way. It's like a chapter-based organization, so
I think it was Young Life. It's over there. So what? But my understanding was it was high schoolers.
Yes, I worked with high schoolers.
Got it. Okay.
Which are just the most important people for us to minister to, I think.
Ooh, say why? As opposed to young adults.
Oh, because we're going to be all young adults anyways someday.
Yeah, and you want to hit them at an earlier stage.
Exactly, and it's like I think they're in a really interesting transitionary point where it's like middle schoolers are very generally concerned with like, hey, do I fit into this general kind of social schema and such? Mm-hmm. And that's not necessarily gone with high schoolers, but they're more so interested in like, okay, but what's this entire thing mean? Not even just to me, but just like in general. Like they're more just asking those bigger questions by that stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that how much does ministry, do you think, affect the faith life of a high schooler? You hear so many stories. I mean, I really came to my faith in college. Mm-hmm. And obviously more proper formation or more accompaniment in high school probably would have helped me.
I would say I also came up to really be in faith in college. So, I spent a lot of time in the general Christian space in high school and such. I actually volunteered with like the high school core team, but like I wouldn't say I really gave a damn about it until college. I think it's more of like you're kind of able to kind of have that rear view mirror kind of retrospect and be like, oh wow, that actually did do a lot in terms of my formation and bringing me up in faith.
I was saying, looking back and looking at your high school time and saying, oh no, that actually was super impactful.
Yeah, and I think that, at least I hope, is kind of the same for a lot of the teens that kind of pass through all of our cares, including mine. Maybe that's coping.
Yeah. Do you wish that you were ministering with high schoolers again?
Oh, I still am.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
Confirmation.
Yeah.
Don's going to start asking the questions.
I will say, high school ministry, like having kids show up to church outside of a Sunday by their own accord is the single hardest thing ever, and it's still a project that we're looking to get off the ground. So,
but it's like one of the greatest feelings when you see them, though. Like
it is.
Like after confirmation, like I know that I've had like 2 or 3 where you're just like, damn, dude, that's awesome that they're coming. Like it makes you feel good because you're like, even with my parents. My parents did confirmation for a long time. Like I went through confirmation, and they were confirmation leaders for my second year of confirmation, and that was back in 2010. Yeah, that was 2010, and they did it until probably 2018.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way past that 2 years.
Yeah, then so they were confirmation leaders, and so but it's cool because they're like, oh yeah, we saw like this kid in church. They came back with like their significant other, and they told them like, hey, thanks for what you were doing. My parents were like. You absolutely hated us, like like you know what I mean. Like it's so funny, but I think that's like one of the most. It's a great blessing, right? It's just like you have them come back and you're like, wow, that's awesome. Like like I don't know, you get some really cool like stories from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I make sure to in retrospect talking about that, it's like I've had those kids where it's like they show up like literally every single time, like recurringly for such a long time, like over the course of years, and it's like you don't think about like how much that you were doing over that time for them, but also just in terms of your own formation, just working in ministry. Uh, yeah, making sure to pray for those kids.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What pulled you initially to Young Life? Did you always have a heart for ministry, or was
No.
some random, well, obviously providential
Voluntold.
occurring of events? Yeah, you're
Voluntold, yeah. I think
Voluntold.
that's a point that I need to work on, especially is like including the parents, because when you're kind of working in the ministry capacity, as much as you think you're working with the kids specifically, you're also working with their parents. Like that's the kind of the scene that happened for me is that a teacher, one of my brother's old teachers, actually reached out to my mom, and she was like, "Hey, there's this group called Young Life. I think that your kids would benefit from it a lot." And look what happened from that. So yeah, slightly voluntold, but after a certain amount of time, it was more of a voluntary thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long did you do the Young Life?
As a student, like I pretty much my entire high school time, so like full 4 years until I did another 5 years as the staff role. 1 year volunteer. So clearly a little
Dang.
second. Yeah. And now I'm currently a volunteer. So I hope that kind of shows that I actually really do care at least some regard about it.
So you still volunteer for Young Life?
That's right. That's my work of mercy right there.
Oh, wait. So what is it at a certain church?
It's actually
Like
at a
an office.
Presbyterian church.
Gasp.
She's the youth minister there is a really awesome lady, and I think that's a really great mindset for all of us to be taking. And just like, hey, what else is our youth ministry office doing the other 5 to 6 nights out of the week when we're not there? You know, might as well offer it up for people looking to do good works, even if yeah.
What church is it? What Presbyterian church?
Westminster Presbyterian, which is right down the road from St. Jude's.
Okay.
So, you
How
know,
convenient.
obviously slighted that they didn't ask for my office. She's got a way better office space. She's got several game tables as compared to my one foosball table.
What?
So clearly she loves God more. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do with them as a volunteer now? You're still meeting with the kids, or you?
You know, back I'm thinking about all kinds of different things to talk about, but right now because it's like more of like a general kind of rebuild stage. I don't know if it even is that, because there are definitely kids there. We're taking more of a Bible study standpoint right now. So we have one guy who literally facilitates everything in terms of organizing all the leaders and such and such. He's like our main admin guy, and I'm just talking about from the guy perspective. So Young Life is a very gender segregated kind of ministry. There's various headspaces to go about that, you know, and I guess Young Life takes the boys stay over here and girls stay over here kind of thing.
Leave room for Jesus.
Leave room for Jesus, right? Making no purple.
Yeah. No purple.
No purple. But yeah, like there's just one guy who kind of organizes everything in terms of making sure that people are where they have to be. One guy who stands in front of the whole entire group of people, gives a quick word about what exactly the scripture means, and me who helps facilitate discussions. And we take turns playing fun icebreakers and such.
Nice.
Because we need our icebreakers.
Yeah.
The St. Jude, right? That you do.
Yes.
Or do they have a middle school ministry?
They do. Although it is very different from high school ministry because
It's middle school.
well, middle school, yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't mean like it's like the name, but it's middle schools are vastly different. than high
Totally.
schools, yeah.
In fact, they actually have, and I'm not sure if this is even like the norm for like middle school ministries in general, but they have the parents present. They just kind of like
Dang.
chill over in the back,
Dang.
and like
that's
all
crazy.
the kids are in the discussion circles and such. Yeah.
How interesting. I
Never
kind
had
of
it
like
done.
that.
I do. I kind of like
Really?
it, but then at
Okay.
the same
I
time,
would
Not
hate
as-
that
not
as a
as a
middle
kid.
schooler. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a kid, I would hate that, but as a facilitator, like, yeah, get those parents involved.
Yeah, but I mean, there's better ways to get parents involved instead of sitting in the back. You know what I mean? Like having them like be part of like the actual
Discussion.
discussion and whatnot. But that's not my thing to say. For like as like a teacher, I'm like those kids definitely appreciate the time away from their parents where they can talk about that stuff, especially because they'll be looking behind their shoulders, be like, "Am I?" You know. But,
Good point. Good point.
or do you get involved with that or no?
You know what? I typically kind of say like, you know, I appreciate and love hanging out with younger kids and high schoolers, and like that middle section of middle schoolers, like that's my like death sentence right there. I wouldn't be caught dead.
Really?
Because they make me actually have to flex the disciplinary muscle a little
Oh,
bit.
really? Oh.
Yeah, like with the Young Life
Easy.
scene, like there was once a kid who was like looking to jump off a balcony into a mattress, and like everyone was freaking out from like several meters away, and it's just like I've had the disciplinary muscle just go off and say, just yelling off from so far away, like, get your ass down from there right now.
Yeah.
And like I didn't necessarily like doing that, because I just want to be more
I would just say
chill.
do it. I'd be like
Do it if you're down.
do it.
We have the insurance policy, totally.
Like do it. Actually, and then be like, oh, and then back off.
He was fully off the banister and everything,
he?
ready to.
Dude.
Yeah, so he was definitely the one where you are okay with saying one expletive in front of. But yeah, no, I just don't like.
I have a whole note. Sorry.
I view it as a failure, in fact, if we have to really raise our voices at them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because that means you're not engaging them enough.
Maybe.
To see the fun. You're not, what do I want to say? Rephrasing the situation so that you're focusing on the fun or the opportunities as opposed to the no's.
I think if you're engaging them well enough, they won't necessarily be pressured to do silly things like jump off of second stories or even go on their phones or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's really hard to do.
Which is absolutely very hard to do, but it's worth doing.
Mm-hmm.
But you still struggle with it. You have a lot of energy. Seems like you would.
That's why I like high
Right.
schoolers, is because they want to be low energy because they're too cool to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to set the energy yourself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm,
I like that.
Yeah.
I think I could do middle schoolers. The little kids are what I just don't understand. Small children.
I guess I haven't gotten to a ministry capacity with them yet. I just think that
Uh-huh.
they're just innocent little kids and just can't do any kind of wrong whatsoever.
Super
So I find
Oh,
it
trust me, they do.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Trust me, they do.
I'm sure, yeah. Man.
Yeah. So what then was your transition from Young Life to St. Jude's? Was there stuff in between?
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
You worked at Starbucks?
Oh, a fellow barista.
Let's
Right,
go.
right. You're never on your way to be a coffee master, were you?
Yeah, no. You're a partner just like me, right?
Yeah, I got my partner number. And
We have a
everything.
partner number. Yeah, I still. Look at this. Hang on.
It was crazy when I was
They-
meeting like
they
a
call each
guy
other
who had
partners.
like a 4-digit one as compared
yeah.
to like having an 8-digit number. It's
Which
like,
just means he was there.
He was
for a
there.
long
He was there really long.
brother, you gotta be moving.
Look at this. I still have my partner card on here.
Wow.
Yay.
See how it has? It's the apron.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that's
got
it.
it.
So like only partners had that.
Uh-huh.
You-
Does that is
No,
every,
it's still not
every
active,
employee
no.
is a partner?
What?
Every employee is a partner?
Yeah, I hate
Employees
it.
are partners.
I hate when they call you. I'm like, you're a partner. I'm like,
Just like
I'm an
friend.
employee.
oh yeah. I was like, yeah, leave me alone. It's
Uh-huh.
like,
So what was your least favorite drink to prepare?
Oh, it was always the Frappuccinos, like double chocolate chip Java Frapp. I don't even know the names. I just put stuff in there and no one ever complained about
no.
it. Well, I mean, like I'd still make it because that's the job, and I wouldn't get too like angry or PO'd about it. But it's like, dude, this is like 600 calories
oh, it's
of
more
sugar.
than that.
Oh
I
yeah,
loved
more than
those
that.
as a kid.
as a
We got one
kid,
every
sure.
once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
It was a big deal.
So when you get the guys coming through at like 5:30 in the morning, get a frappuccino, and you're like,
Oof.
what are you doing with your life? It's not a real coffee. Like,
Uh-huh.
Not to talk bad about the folks that like kind of led me to the decision of like leaving Starbucks, because obviously I was just so engaged and really wanted to be there. But I got told like I was working like too hard, which like
Oh.
and also just it was like I kind of just like got snapped out of it like the Matrix or something, where it's like, hold on, wait a minute, no one here is like really happy.
yeah.
No,
No, they're not. It's like high school. It's terrible. Which Starbucks were you at?
I was at I guess this is a fully public face pod, so we can totally talk about it, right?
Yeah.
I was actually at the Starbucks down the road from St. Jude's, so
Which one? What is it called?
it was the not the Auto
Trying to see
Mall,
if
that
you
was
know
the other
people.
one.
No.
I think it was Tranfo. I think it was called Tranfo or Agora.
I don't know.
Were you even a true partner? You can't even remember the name.
I was there for almost 2 years.
Mine's our name.
Right? I
Our
cut
name
myself.
closest.
Our Neil?
6670. I remember the store number.
072. I don't know.
Or 672. Was 670? 670. No.
Don does have a.
Oh God! What is the store number? No, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. This is
What's
Catholic
the
talk.
number?
Yeah.
But yeah. So I just kind of realized like I wanted to leave, and that was like right before I said to myself like, I'm going to leave right after I get my stock benefits. because I just gotta stick it out for my stocks.
Yeah.
My $60 in stocks.
I still have them.
Yeah. And you
was
did?
it actually only $60 or something?
I don't know, but I have like,
Really?
I think I have 5 shares or something like that.
Gosh,
See,
nowadays
what's it valued at now?
I don't know. I don't want to look.
I think that Starbucks isn't doing too
And I don't want to look.
Really?
Yeah.
Well-
They were supposed to close stores and they keep on. Why are we talking about this?
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, well,
It's
the-
relevant
yeah,
for
well,
instance,
so
faith life.
well, I mean, kind of, sort of,
It's part of
because
God's providential plan.
in a way, yeah, because like I did have that change of mindset. It's like, you know what, I gotta move on. I really gotta do something that would actually make me happy, because job isn't necessarily something that you just occupy time with, you know. Speaking about terror of demons, right?
Yeah.
He's not Saint Joseph the Lazy Bones. He's Saint Joseph the Worker, and I wanted work I would actually really appreciate. So I was like, all right, Lord, help me figure out what exactly is the next plan, because I have a criminal justice degree, and I actually don't want to work in criminal justice whatsoever. I'm too soft for that. Maybe I'm not. We'll see in the next steps of God's providential plan. But yeah, I was just praying, figuring things out, and then until randomly out of nowhere, I had 2 old core team members, high school volunteer core team members that I had kind of volunteered with way back in the day. Just randomly, I saw them there in the parking lot of the parish church, and it was like, oh wow, Francis, whoa, yeah, how you doing, man? And so we were talking about like, hey, you know what? You should consider trying out to do youth ministry here. Oh, wait a minute, we just hired somebody. Darn. Then till I got a notice, like, maybe a good, 4 or 5 months later. Oh, hey, they quit. You should apply.
This was at St. Jude.
This was at St. Jude's, yeah. So, yeah, after that, I went through the interview process. Our parish pastor was silent the entire time. And then until I found out, afterwards, he was really quiet because he was just so happy and didn't want to go and show that. It's just like, oh, my man. Hey, everybody, make sure to pray for Father Jim. He's stabilized, but he's in moderately active recovery for minor stroke. So prayers for Father Jim Staley, my man's. But yeah, that's the full story.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Why were you drawn to criminal justice?
Randomly, that's just the one college course that they had at Westlake High. You can take college credential classes at the high school level, and my mom, being the overachieving Filipino mom, was like, you are going to take this. It's like, all right, okay. Oh wait, now it's time for college. I don't have credits in anything else. Let's just do criminal justice. So I kind of lament it, being criminal justice. Maybe it'll be used well in the future, maybe it won't. I always hear the one cope of no one ever uses their college degree. In the conversation that I was having, that point mentioned, the guy goes hey Paige, what do you do with your degree? I was like, oh well, I did communications and now I'm a publicist. It's like, oh, okay. Just exactly using your degree in the fullest amount of its measure. All right.
Yeah.
But all kinds of gifts and talents. If I have to just waste a degree, that's totally all right. And maybe I learned something. Actually, I totally did, because I was still working for Young Life in the time I was in college. So, yeah.
There you go. So St. Jude, that was for confirmation? Did it encompass young adults, or did you kind of add that on?
It was from the interview, get-go with the interview. I just didn't know that it was part of the job when I was interviewing.
They do that. Yeah. Parishes do that.
Yeah.
It's like the fine print. They're like, hey, you're going to do this, but, we were going to tell you later that you can do this.
Well, in the worst way possible. It's like, oh no, I have to spend time with other people my age and get to know folks.
Some people don't like that, man.
Oh, fair enough, but also I'm getting paid, so who cares?
That's great.
Yeah, but it was just started out as just a real startup project. Where it was me and a couple of my close friends just popping into the room here and there until hey. No, I'm not going to go and do extra shout-outs and such. But until just kind of became 3 or 4 people reading 1 Corinthians in the youth office for a good month or 2 months or so. Until from that, just more and more people kind of got added on. One person eventually suggested hey, what if we read the scriptures that we read any given Sunday for a more cohesive and useful thing? It was phrased a lot nicer than that, but... yeah, and it's just been a kind of cumulative effort from there, and yeah, about 2 years deep, and it's been a really great thing.
Yeah, it's you guys are blowing up, or did blow up.
It's the initial boom, I guess. I'm trying to think. I'm not trying to be too what's the word I'm looking for? Too
Pessimistic, optimistic.
pessimistic, maybe. Trying to be too critical about like, okay, is it something that I'm doing that's keeping there from being a higher number cap of people, or is it like more of just like,
Being critical.
Yeah, it's some element of being critical, but also just like, hey, if there's a problem, I guess I just think of how to fix it. It should never be in numbers. It's never about numbers, but it's just like, hey, I don't want to ever be stagnant is the thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I was admittedly, I've only been there once, but I think I've only been there once. No, twice. I think I went twice. But the personality that you bring, it's just your international personality, I think. I was like,
Thank you.
drawn out because of your role as facilitator. It's so fun.
I think we should be having fun while we're at church. Like, I'm sorry, I grew up in in my time coming from confirmation, like nobody was having fun, nobody was happy. And it's like, okay, shouldn't I be happy to be here? Isn't joy one of the gifts of the Holy Spirit? Mm-hmm. Or rather, fruits. I always mix those two up. I'm sorry. I was a confirmation coordinator. Oopsie doodles.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's fruit.
Fruit. There we go.
There we go.
Confirmation. Leader off.
Hey, St. Paul, you just want to kind of shoot that down here from your own.
He's the leader. I'm just a...
No, you should never be. You should never say just.
Plebeian.
Never say just, because I wouldn't be able to do my job if it wasn't for volunteers.
There we go.
Okay.
One of the things I always am so happy to say is that one of the biggest key things that a coordinator should be doing is introducing older and people who are in the next stage of life to the high schoolers, and to say hey, wait a minute, this isn't just a dying faith thing. Mm-hmm. And all the people that are in your age or slightly further past that have just totally abandoned it. It's something you can do and actively participate in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that's really interesting, because you get the older people who don't think they can talk to high schoolers, and they get into it, and then you suck them in for 5 to 6 years, and they're like, oh, this is actually pretty great, and you know what I mean? You get those ones, you get those ones, and you're like, ah, sucker, now you're in here forever, and the kids love them, and you're just this is great.
And I say that about the people in the next stage of life and everything, but at the same time, I think it's something that, especially more seasoned folks, I can't use the O word because that almost got me shot at a parish meeting one time.
So I heard someone say seasoned saints or something like that.
A little bit too granola for me, but fair enough. But yeah, no, it's I don't think we should ever turn ourselves off to that and be no, I'm too old. And it's hold on, I mean, I'm sorry, are you aware that most teenagers don't have that many folks who actively go out of their way to love and care for them? Mm. You could be one of those. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and having maybe someone who, a spiritual parent, a spiritual grandparent.
Possible maybe sponsor candidate.
Yeah.
Maybe kid's really seeking out some sort of paternal, maternal role model.
In retrospect, that was totally me growing up. Yeah.
Say more.
Well, not to go and get too deep or crazy or anything on the pod.
As deep as you want.
Well, I mean, I grew up, and this is something I bring up on occasion to the confirmands as well, where it's we grew up in a, I think the statistic is anywhere between 25% to 35% fatherless nation. My dad passed away when I was a really young kid, so it's I make sure to bring that up. It's hey, if you find yourself in this population, that is a really hard thing, totally, and God sees you in that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you kind of did you find paternal figures through?
I would say so.
Confirmation or through your young life, high school era as well?
Yeah.
What ways do you think God has stretched you, or are there ways in which God has stretched you in your time in ministry? High school.
Stretched me?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
What lesson, are there any occurring lessons that God has spoken, touched you through ministry, or the various ways in which you've grown in your different roles?
Yeah, I think this is a current growth point right here, where it's I mentioned this entire thing about not liking to be a disciplinarian. Mm-hmm. And maybe I'm just totally turning a blind eye, but girls don't typically need that, ever, really. And it's a lot of the guys, and it's I was totally a little goofball growing up, mm-hmm. Totally a little S-head. I'm not going to go say that on live. But yeah, it's just because, being able to get that attention by being funny is something really that you crave, and getting that affirmation from the peers is really awesome. But at the same time, we ought to be reminding them of what they're called to, in terms of like being a man someday.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a time and place for everything. And sometimes making jokes can get in the way of the more important things. There's always going to be time for jokes, but hey, while we're here right now talking about this very important thing to me, let's be quiet and listen up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think you've gotten better at discipline?
I still have some growth points for sure. I think it's I have let and this is like honestly a really great problem to have. I've let some kids get too comfortable with my presence and be like we're on that like interpersonal level. It's like hold on. I need to be okay with is telling this kid to be quiet and to focus on what's going on. But
Yeah.
that's a really great problem to have, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have that? So let's say like, because you do the young adults and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get that problem with young adults as well? Because like, I know that like some young adult ministries that I've been in, like, you know, the leaders like, yo guys, like you need to like calm down right now, or like we need to talk, or like, you know, it's time to do this. And it's just like, it's funny because like I feel like adults are just, well, obviously they're just
we can't
older
tell
children, right?
We can't do God is good at them,
I
right?
know you can't do, yeah. It's like, or you know what always gets them is when they start with in the name of the Father, and everyone's like, oh, okay, here we go. But like, do you find that like there's like a blend, because especially you're like, hey, like this is important to me, and then you're talking about something and you have like the young adults be like, oh my god, you have to be like,
stop it.
yeah.
Not necessarily in the sense that it's like,
no.
yeah, all right, I'm gonna go list off these names right here,
Yeah.
go into the group chat. I would say that that's not necessarily something I struggle with, because I hope this is a skill of mine, is being able to like get everybody's attention and bring the room together. I never use a microphone for anything, even when we're in the big parish hall, because, you know, I speak from my belly. And that's, I guess, kind of does slowly collect people over time. And also just being patient with folks, because really it's like, we're all adults here.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Yell at you? Like,
Uh-huh.
I mean,
And if you have a ton of chattering,
I'm not yelling at you. I'm just
Part of it
yelling
is
in
social.
general to get everybody's
I'm just
attention.
loud. Okay.
what is your favorite event that you've done with? Let's talk about young adults specifically, since.
What's my favorite event? Okay.
Yeah, whether it's a Bible study, a
Bible study.
dance,
Oh, okay. You know
Whatever.
what? Maybe we'll talk about dance stuff in
plug.
just a minute for me to go and pull up the information in a short moment. But one time we went out to the zoo, which, like, you
No
know,
way.
like we just started out in prayer and just had a fun time at the local Moorpark College teaching zoo, which was
Moorpark College has a zoo?
yeah, like a full-on zoo.
I never knew that.
I think it's free.
I
I
only
don't
went
know.
to Santa Barbara.
I think there's government
Never.
charge.
Yeah, I think there is, because they have like a animal husbandry, like, or like a zookeeper program stuff up there,
No.
Which, hey, your money's going
So
directly towards
little.
supporting a animal husbandry
which is
program.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know about that?
No.
Yeah, I've been there when I was little. No, I haven't been there in a long time. But
You were there yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you see the goats?
Yeah, see my cousins. They're all in there.
I'll go take this short moment to go make the plug really quick.
Yes,
Hey,
make the plug.
apparently, swing dancing, West Coast swing, is a big thing in the general Christian community. I'm saying apparently because I don't like dancing whatsoever. You're not going to
But
catch
you
me dancing.
will. If you attend this event, Francis will dance.
Hopefully this comes out before this.
I know.
You
We'll
are
fight to
lucky
get
I
this
have
out before.
such an amazing and beautiful girlfriend that I have to make feel special by dancing.
There we
So
go.
there you go. All right. I'll still dance if you come either way. But yeah, on March 31st, 2026, I don't know if you're listening to this in the future or not, St. Jude's will be having a swing dancing event, and this is something I try to say for like all, in fact, even for our Bible studies, you don't explicitly have to be Catholic to come. Like,
Yeah,
I think
for
this
sure.
should, to some degree, be like an entry point for like folks who are either curious about Catholicism or even just like have any given like idea about it going into it, where it's like, I feel like as if a lot of folks like come from Catholic backgrounds and then until turn themselves off and even move in the opposite direction because of how Catholic relatives have treated them, which I think is such a heartbreaking thing. So I
Yeah.
think providing that setting to go and show like, hey, did you know that Catholics could actually be like
Fun.
well-adjusted, fun individuals?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think is kind of an important thing.
And
So-
not old.
And not old.
Not old.
Yeah.
What do you think, besides just the creation of events that have a fun atmosphere and cater to a variety of people, how else can we sort of spur that inner Catholic Protestant dialogue?
Spurring further Catholic Protestant. I thought you were going to go and talk about like making a fun vibe and everything. So I was already thinking about that. Like, hey, have you considered good music? But yeah, but aside
But
from
creating a good vibe is also part of it.
it's pretty important.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as Catholic Christian dialogue, don't say submit to Rome on Instagram comments or anything. That's not helping anybody. That's the silliest. Like, I'm sorry, we got to stop it with the base crusader memes or whatever. Like, just be a normal person, dog. You aren't living in.
Are you telling me you don't want to do the 10th Crusade?
I mean, like, if we want to do that nowadays, that would be
Alright.
good. But it's just like, come on, that happened. Like, let's do something here and now, people.
Well, that's why we need the 10th Crusade. Do it right now.
But as far as that, I would say it's like just really pointing towards Christ.
Mhm.
Like, whether it's Christ just in terms of like, hey, let's maybe not immediately starting with, hey, Christ instituted our church, even though he totally did.
Mhm.
Like, we'll lead up to that point, but also like, hey, Christ in the Eucharist. Like, we absolutely believe that Christ is present in the sacrament of reconciliation. Maybe even clarifying things like, hey, did you know that we don't actually pray to saints, even though the occasional prayer that you do see is a little bit weirdly phrased. It's technically a different form of prayer, or you're intercessory. Yeah, I think that's why the church was very hard about that one title of Mary being like co-redemptrix, because that's kind of makes things maybe a little confusing in terms of those interdenominational dialogues. But yeah, always pointing towards Christ with any given thing, even if it does feel slightly overbearing.
Yeah. The more conversation I have with Protestant friends, like, wow, we really don't understand. We understand very little about each other.
Oh my gosh, we have like different definitions of
So-
grace somehow? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. Or penance. Or,
Mhm.
yeah, those little words can lead to all these different
Right.
understandings of notions, and then miscommunication about what the other actually believes.
Mm-hmm.
So it does seem like you're saying, more open dialogue, and then just always making sure it's always to Christ. Unfortunately, I find it when I'm in those conversations, like, I really want us to come together and talk about our similarities regarding faith and stuff. And then have been some conversations where I walk away and I think to myself, wow, I was actually really defensive. That was incredibly unhelpful.
Well, way to recognize it, because that's
Yeah.
important, because we don't want to just walk away from that being like, ooh, the non-denominationals are being pulled by Satan.
Yeah. No, it was like, oof, I was not being unifying there.
You're like, actually, this happened.
And it's not a charism for everybody, like, not everyone's necessarily going to be that guy or that girl for that interdenominational dialogue, but for some folks, it totally is.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you were called to that in a way?
Maybe in a different. I love using the phrase Christianese, because if you hang around
Christianese.
if you hang around non-denominational types enough, you'll always like hear the same recurring phrases. Like, on occasion, I'm in a season.
I love that. Did
Yeah,
I get that from my Christian friends?
maybe it came from the One True Church. But
I love talking about seasons.
yeah, right. Well, maybe in a different season. Because I'm very focused on just both taking care of St. Jude's. I'm doing some side stuff on the side.
Yeah.
Spending even more time with high schoolers by doing substitute teaching. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have recreation / time with my girlfriend and
For sure.
other friends aside from that.
Yeah. What are your main goals for your stint at St. Jude's? Are there things you're trying to...
What's your 5-year plan?
What's your 5-year plan?
Appoint a
Maybe
successor.
10-year.
Wow.
I really would want to make sure that I leave it in a good place in terms of like having someone who feels confident and ready and set up to take up the job, rather than just like, okay, here we're going to go and dump 5 different coordinators worth of previous materials and work on you, sort through it out, and also figure out what kids need nowadays.
Yeah.
That's just a really big undertaking, and might be a total disservice to the kids if that doesn't get done well. So definitely finding out who's going to be the next one for me. Hey, start making your applications now. Hit me up. But also, this is maybe slightly for St. Jude's, but also a slight side project of mine. Having a really comprehensive catechism or like curriculum for the kids to go through year by year.
Yeah.
Let's see, anything else? And also, finally getting high school ministry off the ground, because while it is great to see 2 or 3 of them, I maybe get into the bad habit of comparison, but neighboring parishes, they do got some pretty vibrant and active high school ministries, and I think St. Jude's, as well as all other parishes, totally deserve that.
Yeah. What do you think is? What would you change? What would be the next step? In
I
terms
would
of
force the kids to
getting
not care
vibrant?
about academics as much and actually have a Sabbath. Uh,
Step
I
one.
wish.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wish, man.
Westlake is a very
Sports heavy.
sports heavy, activities heavy kind of space, which I'm also trying to figure out just like how do we work with that because
Yeah.
guess what? Like yeah, that's their new god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the parents, like, sometimes that are like, they're like, oh, they have a baseball game. It's like, well, this is kind of more important than their baseball game. This is eternal life, brother. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that took me a long time to understand as well, right? But it's like, even though, like, even the parents will just be like, oh, no. Like, and they'll justify the kid in their action. And I'm just like,
Which is why you always hear the phrase that catechism definitely starts with the parents.
Yep.
It's unfortunately pretty telling. It's like, wow, it's like, I hate to, I really wish this wasn't true. I pray to God every day it doesn't turn out to be true. But sometimes it's like, just by talking to a kid, you can kind of see what the general disposition of the parents is towards faith, you know?
yep.
Yeah.
One confirmation leader who she wasn't my year. Her end goal for her confirmation class, was just to instill that God is more important than sports, something along those lines. And I thought that was so cool. I never really thought of that as an end goal. And so by the end, her kids would be coming. They're like, "Hey, I really fought. Like, I went to the game and then we ran right over here because I knew that it was important." No.
I think that's silly, and we should actually talk about like what each liturgical color means. I'm joking, yeah, because that's not useful whatsoever.
It's
Yeah.
rose, not pink. Okay, Father.
But it was cool your point about how sports is a god, is a new god, and
Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Uh
Silly
crazy.
jokes.
huh.
Yeah.
What is your plug for your young adult ministry?
I would actually be really bold and selfless in saying I'm not even going to plug my ministry, but please go to whatever parish that you would see yourself going to most consistently.
Nice.
And if that's St. Jude's, because we're the best, then so be it. But obviously, I know that there's things like timing, like straight up, some people just aren't available for every other Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Bring your friends. Or location-wise, because, like, Spirit of Lamb, like talking about connecting people between Santa Barbara all the way down to over me and Westlake. It's like, that's a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
And 30 minutes of a commute means that you have an hour of not talking to people and or getting sleep.
Yeah.
So,
It's true. It's true.
just make sure you choose one that you're actually going to show up to and you feel like as if you're getting something from.
Yeah.
Have you been to any of the young adults, the Bible studies or whatever greetings meetings,
Whatever we want to call it, life night,
Life night,
social
I heard
night,
that one.
whatever. Have you been to a lot of ones around here?
A couple.
Okay.
Yeah, just a couple. And it's like, that's all I'll mention for now.
Are there other young adult ministry groups in your area? There's some at there's one at St. Rose.
I know there's one, so that's one I've actually been looking to visit. Is just because it's like, hey, I just like to see what the neighboring parishes are doing.
No, Wednesdays
Yeah.
or Tuesdays?
I couldn't tell you.
Wednesdays, I believe.
But actually, this is something just to go and trace back to the non-denominational talk. It's like, because I didn't have, and I think that us actually having young adults ministry is a very recent thing. Maybe that's just like me growing up and being aware of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the longest time, the only young adults ministry in the area for like all of Caneo Valley was like Calvary. I don't know if there's Calvary Community Church, which also is again right down the road from St. Jude's. So
There's just a whole street with all of these.
yeah,
It's all these
much.
churches and then Starbucks.
They're actually across the freeway. So and it's like massive. It's unfortunately classified as a mega church. So yeah. But yeah, I was going there for like just young adult ministry community information for a really long time, and they actually gave a pretty good spiritual message for what it's worth. But it's just like at the end of the day, it's like, hey, there's a reason why I'm a Catholic and not necessarily non-denominational, you know?
When do you feel like the young adult ministry really took off in the Catholic Church?
In the Catholic Church in general or at St. Jude's?
Excellent question. Both.
Both.
St. Jude's and the Catholic Church.
St. Jude's was about a year and a half ago, 2 years, right? When we started doing different things like
When
And
you-
also, it was
yeah.
a matter of a lot of the different folks just like kind of showing up and being really nice and welcoming everybody. Like, I'm only one guy here, and there are just so many key figures that I look at. It's like, wow, you really did the thing that we talk about at confirmation and actually going out and talking to that one kid who's sitting alone at lunch. Like, you were an adult in doing that instead of hanging out a clique. That's super important and very godly. God bless you. But yeah. So that's just kind of like why I would say like we've seen such good growth is just like having such awesome people come in. But on top of that, yeah, maybe it's just a time thing, being patient. But as far as the Catholic Church goes, like I think it's like something just in the water, in the air. I don't know, especially as of recently. Like I
Yeah,
think
I
we've
agree.
upped our game in terms of social media and talking about what's important to young people. You know, like back in my days of growing up in confirmation, not that it exactly pertains to it, but it kind of does. We only talked about like social work and like liturgical colors. Like there's like the theology there is super duper important. The mysticism, the actively spending time in prayer and faith and understanding who this great God is. It's like if you don't make that super duper apparent, we're going to be losing kids like totally through our fingers when we could have kept them close to the church.
Yeah.
I
So
think- Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
She says the message that's kind of changed and therefore more attractive or more, what did I say, applicable, relatable.
Maybe we're just doing a better job of like gauging what exactly kids need nowadays. Maybe that's because we might have stolen some things slightly from the non-denominational end. Maybe.
Yeah.
Life teen, young life, huh? What? Yeah.
We're talking about youth ministry, or we're talking about young adult ministry.
I was kind of blending the two because they're vaguely relevant, at least to me. But yeah.
I think the pandemic definitely was a huge part in like bringing people back together, because I think people realized.
I think that was our pig pen moment.
Yeah, I think exactly.
Wait, what
yes,
does that mean?
from Lord of the Flies.
Oh yeah, no.
Like-
well, like the prodigal son. It's like, you know, we really got to kind of look at the pig lentils and be like, what if I ate this? I don't know what exactly that is for eat.
Will I make the wrong reference?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, I was talking like
You're
we
talking
just.
about Charlie Brown?
Yeah.
I thought they're talking
Lord
about.
of the Flies?
I think in
Piggy or
COVID,
what?
piggy.
Yeah.
No, wait.
I thought we were talking about Animal
Now I
Farm.
feel dumb. Wait,
Pig
now.
are you referring to?
I'm talking about like in the prodigal son. It's like he
Oh,
had
that-
them.
Oh man, now.
Yeah, it's
I
like
thought
My reference is probably way off.
I'm thinking about,
I
think in
Steinbeck.
I was like, I don't know. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking?
In
Oh,
COVID,
God.
we
Orwell,
kind of.
that's who, anyways.
Yeah, in COVID, we kind of had like that moment where it's like, yeah, things aren't working in general. You need to kind of really critically re-examine things like right the heck on now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
I think it was people's just like realization about how lonely they were, I guess, to a certain extent. Because even before that, like, I mean, like, I don't remember there ever being a young adult ministry. Like, there was a college Bible study when I was in junior college, and that fizzled out so quickly, right? And there was no like young adult ministry, and like I feel like 2020 was just like it was like a year of just like God saying like we need this, right? And there's like it's like a huge shift in the Ventura County area, just like, and even in LA now, because it's like they have West LA and stuff like that, but like this wasn't around like. It was like back in like the 90s, and then once the 2000s hit, there was nothing. So I feel like generally it was like COVID, people being like, okay, like I need community, because like we didn't have it before. So I think that's my opinion, but
I think there's a pretty good amount of truth to that. Totally. Yeah.
But I mean, I just don't want it to run out, because I feel like a lot of young adult ministries right now, they're like big, right? Or they'll have like a lot of people coming to it, but then people start to feel, I don't know,
Maybe complacent?
I guess to a certain extent, or they're like, this is just like, it's like the same thing every week, and there's no, and I think that's like one of the reasons why I like Spirit Lamb is here, like, and why I like Spirit Lamb is because it tells you about all the events, right? It's like, if you keep on going to the same Bible study and the same things with the same people, it gets really stale, right? Of course you love those people, right?
Right.
But then like you want to experience, it's like, oh, I like this about this one, but I like this one about this one, or like, you know, you get a different flavor of people, right? And it's just like,
You know what? I think I've got a pretty good thing that touches on that. I think we do need to go and kind of properly support like young parents, like because
Yes.
because as soon as like people get married, it's like, all right, bye.
Yeah.
I'm never coming to young adults ministry ever again.
Right? It's like you're still a young adult just because you have children.
Yeah, and and it's like and of course like I'm sure that there's a place for them in regards to like doing family ministry and such, but like at the same time it's like there's something there. There's something.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
do we do for young families? Is it as simple as offering childcare for events, or there's at one point I wanted to, maybe you know a couple who would be interested. There is a curriculum that I stumbled upon. It's this guy who I got acquainted with, and it's all for young families, like basically like bring Christ in your home type deal. And I want to look more into it and see like, okay, what if we actually created some sort of helped like create some sort of program or community for young
I think that's
families.
awesome because we can't be giving our kids just like, okay, here, color the picture of Noah's Ark. Like it's got to be something other than that, guys. Come on, our kids deserve better.
Yeah. So would in your mindset, would a catering to young families be catering to the young children and the creation of a Catholic family, or is it to those young adults who are now parents and don't feel like they can really hang with the singles?
I think it's definitely about the parents because, like, you know,
Okay.
the kids, like, of course, like, seriously, like, we need to be paying attention to those guys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like,
There are programs for that.
yeah, there you go. There you go. But in terms of parents, like, there's nothing, pretty much. Like, you know, obviously we have our sacraments and all the other ways that we get to express our Catholic faith, but there's a high school ministry, middle school ministry, a young adults ministry, a seasoned adults ministry. But parents just gonna have that gap between 30s/late 20s and seniors.
Yeah. So events that maybe bring young parents together, or curriculum that talk about how to create a
Or
holy
even
family.
better yet, just like parents who, and I'm no good judge at this necessarily, but like parents who, maybe the pastor, priest, maybe the faith DRE or whoever kind of sees this, where it's like, okay, you did a bang up job with like raising up a Catholic family. Please do something with these younger families right here and show them that it's like totally possible and they couldn't be discouraged or lose hope or something or need to go and obsessively look at programs or something that or the other.
I know Our Lady of Assumption does have a marriage program, and I think some of our friends, like the Ronalds, I think, were in it, or there have been. Have heard of like young family groups kind of cropping up, whether it's parish related or just socially. But there's still also the rumbling on the street is that there is still kind of a lack of something definite for that demographic. So I totally agree. Like,
This is a selfish motivation, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. I really would love to establish something like that.
Yeah, so if you're listening, there you go.
Right. If you're interested, reach out. Give us some ideas. How can we serve you?
What do you think that young adult ministries can do better?
Excellent question.
Be less weird.
We can
Just like, well, I mean, like in the
Yeah,
sense of
yeah.
like, just like,
I don't know if Don
just
can work
have
on that.
this,
What? I had to work on that?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
just like have like set up to have more engaging in community events.
Women
like
shouldn't
spaces.
wear pants.
Dang it.
No.
I had to wear a skirt all through college. I'm wearing pants for the rest of my life.
But it's like maybe just like kind of set up groups to really go and have those connections go on, because if we don't, it's just going to be we all sit in a room for about an hour and a half until congregate into cliques, until dip out. There should be some breaking down of those cliques and forcing people of different, in the same way where it's like you shouldn't be listening or talking to people who are exclusively interested in what you're interested in. We should be encouraging people in our ministries to mix and coagulate and yada yada whatever in terms of meeting each other.
Are there ways in which we can do that besides just a direct message?
Ooh, that's such a great question.
Is
Maybe
it all about the vibe?
You know, I felt so stupid when I was talking to my parish admin one day. It's like, I forget even what the conversation was about. I just answered like, yeah, it's just like a vibe. And
I use that.
I mean, how old were they?
I get it.
mid-50s.
All right, so they're like,
And, like,
what?
Parent of 2 younger boys.
All right, so they might know. Yeah.
Well, it's like they might have just like kind of just the entire like nod and it's like, okay,
Yeah,
thank
it's
you for
like-
your contribution to the conversation, young man.
What is a term that replaces vibe and still
In terms of this conversation,
in terms of this conversation or the conversation that you had?
It's a
I use
metaphysical
vibe a
feeling
lot,
of
and I'm trying to figure
ubiquitous-
out a better word. But I love everything that
attribute.
vibe
I
encompasses.
just love to feel the presence of the
The
Holy Spirit. It just feels so
atmosphere.
holy. Oh, atmosphere. Competing churches. That's another one of the churches that have a young adult ministry around us. We're
They're
doing
called
Atmosphere?
atmosphere.
Yeah. So maybe
Ooh.
that's one they're literally right down the road from me.
I feel like every
Is that
place is
what
right down the road
this
from you. Like they're like,
Where do you live?
it's like
You live
it's like a huge Costco like inside, and then there's just have their like churches.
Stalls?
Like, yeah,
Well, that's why they
stalls.
call it Caneo Valley the bubble, is because no one ever wants to leave. It's just also
It's also close
condensed. Yeah, but they also operate out of like an dance hall that got converted into a church.
for you.
So like, hey, maybe you have those stained glass windows later. Yeah. So I'm like, I think maybe number one, I need to go check out that scene and just kind of figure out what exactly is the secret sauce that we need to go and abduct into our church.
Mm-hmm.
But I think talking about the vibe point, it's like if we don't create that vibe right from the get-go with our own power and control and gifts and talents and such, it's just going to be lent up to total chance, and you don't necessarily want to do that. Do
Yeah.
what you can to set everybody up for success right from the get-go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love the idea of creating spaces. Because that's what in my mind we try to do with any event that we host is you have like the parish family, and the parish family is so important, and like for your consistent meetings and the nature of the Bible study or the fellowship, the friendships that you create on a parish
Using
level
that Christianese,
I
right?
know.
Yeah.
are like really the glue, I think, of the church and of our community. And then in my mind, the whole point of any event that Spirit of Lamb throws is like, let's try to be that melting pot, that like mixing space, so that all of these different parish families can come together, maybe meet someone new, and then like you're saying, the important part is that people would go out and you have a new friend group chat, or you have
Oh God,
a
group chats.
new group chat.
chats. Another
You
group
have a
chat to
new collection
ignore.
of- Exactly.
Hey guys, add me on this group me. No.
We need to get on. Like, there has to be something other than group.
Hey
oh
man,
my
we
God.
made a WhatsApp.
Yeah, it's
God,
so
please.
tough. It's tough.
I'm tired.
I don't
They
want to download another messaging service.
They're so I have
I'm
brought up
tired, boss.
in meetings like should Spirit have a group meet? And every time it's like
everyone's
no,
like, no. Yeah, that meeting,
Yeah,
that was
I get
funny.
it.
That was so
But
funny.
they
when-
are effective.
Maybe I need to humble myself on that point. Even though we did call like the group me the leper colony, because like that.
The
means that-
leper
because
colony.
that means that you didn't have an iPhone and could be part of the iMessage group chat. But it only has up to 40 people, so that's definitely a problem.
Yeah.
But just to go and highlight, Spirit of Lamb does such a good thing in that, because that gives us the ability to like multiply our efforts, like whether it's like a Bible study themselves or even like these big social events, because goodness knows that not everybody needs another Bible study to go to, but a zoo day, a beach day, prayer service out in front of a Planned Parenthood, like these are things that not everyone's able to offer. So
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
to know that that's going on within a 30-minute drive is kind of huge. So
I think we got our first Protestant denominational thing that we posted up on our story.
What's that
we
mean?
did.
What's that mean? They're having a concert.
Reality
Reality
Ventura.
Ventura is having a concert, like a reggae rock concert at their.
that's where you totally lost me. I'm sorry. Like I love my non-denominational brothers and sisters, but I'm not doing the worship business.
You're not doing the worship.
I'm not doing
It's not. I don't think it's worship music. I think it's
No,
actually
it's-
like.
Okay.
Their worship leader, one of their worship leaders, I think he's a pastor. He is
Yeah.
also a musician. He's putting on this concert, and his idea is like, let's bring everyone, and they don't even know that it's a Christian setting.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
gosh! And they get you right there.
Right.
To quote, I think it was actually Martin Luther who made this quote, which is
Uh-huh.
just horrendous and terrible, and but people forget he was totally a Catholic. Anyways, but it's like he said, or whoever the anonymous person is that made this is like, you don't be a Christian shoemaker by putting crosses on your shoes. You just make really good shoes. It's like, and that's kind of my point against why I don't like Christian worship music a lot, is because it's like kind of got a coat of Christian paint on it instead of
I
actually
see.
being good music.
Oof.
So that's why
Oof.
I'm sorry, Forrest Frank. I'm not gonna go and listen to that. Like, what are you talking about?
Thank you.
I listen to my praise and worship.
Oh,
I got Caleb on the
gosh.
car
I do too.
all the time.
I do too.
You do? No, guys. Oh,
mine's,
so
mine's
terrible.
good. But mine's good.
It's
You're right that
terrible.
the art first. There are definitely some artists who are just make excellent music.
Disagree.
Josh Garrels, when I was in college, brought me through my thesis writing. I listened to him
Banger
for
alert.
an entire year.
Disagree.
And then only after that year, or certainly after months of listening to him, then my friend was like, you know he's Christian, right? I had no idea.
Mhm.
I guess I just didn't listen to the lyrics enough because he definitely says God. But I just had no idea. And then totally listened to him in a new light.
So on the flip end of it, why are you like, is this like a totally like Christian music and total period you're against or what?
Yeah, I don't know. You know what's ironic? Is I play the worship band, which is the most
There
ironic
you go.
thing.
You're like an expert who just has too much of his
it's
trade and
The thing is like with ours, okay, so I play at OLA, right? Our Lady of the Assumption, and we're known as the Protestant Catholic Church, which is hilarious. Yeah, and it's just because we have a 5 o'clock mass and they play that music, right? But the people who play that music,
Can I interject really quick and ask a question? Is that the quote unquote designated youth mass?
yes.
Oh, how did I know?
But like the thing is like whoever is singing or doing it, it's very reverent, right? And
Totally.
to the extent of that music, let me just preface that because, and so like the people who are singing, like we have one amazing singer and she can just make it sound very.
It's crazy. It's a
Just
prayer.
good.
It's a prayer, right? And it's beautiful. And then
Unreal.
like when I first got to that church in in 2009, oh my gosh. It was like Protestant,
I bet.
and it was like I was like, because that's what the movement was at that time, right?
And
And like,
Confirmation played Oceans by Rend Collective.
dude, yes,
Yeah.
Oceans was the thing, but like now,
Oceans.
like since like the new, we
pleasure.
got like
I
a
don't
new
say
music
it for
director who's
representing.
like very like, he didn't like really like Christian like that, like worship music, but then hearing it the way that we play it. It's very nice, right? And it's good. And then, for the confirmation retreats, like they go for it. Like it's fun to play, right? But I will not go out of my way to listen to any Christian music unless they're like, here, this is what we're playing this week. It's new. And I'll be like, this is terrible. I'll be listening to it. I'm like, this is garbage. I get to church and we start playing. I'm like, all right.
I think that feeling is exactly why I will never play Christian music at a confirmation retreat, because you're telling me that we took kids away from their favorite object of all time, and then we're playing the most wacky music ever. It's like, come on.
There are some good songs. I can agree. Like there's some hype songs that I like because they're cheesy, right? And
Thank you for giving us that one.
there's cheesy ones, but like in general, I will not go out of my way to listen to K-Love or whatever stupid Christian.
Which is fair.
Like Forrest Frank, I don't like because all his songs are sound the same. It's good.
I was down, but now I'm up.
Yeah, it's like great lyricist, man. Like, oh, great, love you.
There was like, you are good. Oh, and it's like, dude, this is like the God, and we're singing that. It's
Okay, hear me out.
No.
If the alternative, so why do I have Caleb on my radio station all the time? The music isn't the best. But if it was, it still does, to a sense, maybe not the most, it still directs me to God. So that I get in my car.
What are you talking about?
You know what?
busy
Get
day,
Low by
and then I play
Little John in the East Side Boys gets me going to God every time. We're like, yeah.
My younger brother, I say this, and he's like 23 as compared to my 26. He's called me a hater for not liking the things that he likes. And it's like, I'm not a hater. I'm just a big fan of critical analysis and hating.
But
it's
comes
like,
second.
Yeah, it's like if we just continuously always say no, this is good because he used the word God, and it's like no, this sucks.
No.
I feel bad listening to this.
I like deeper music. Like it's.
Look at me at how deep in no.
I'm like,
Okay.
I'm still slightly
Gratitude
pretentious
by
like
Brandon Lake.
that. Okay, fair enough.
Yes!
But that's sentimental value. I
It's so
served
good. Dude,
over.
I have nothing else left for a king,
No.
or nothing else fit for a king,
no.
except for my Alleluia. Come on!
No.
I cry on that one all the time.
No. There's one that what is it? The one that I like to play with Leanne. I just name dropped her. Gosh, what is it called? Give me a second here. I don't know if I can play this one because YouTube's gonna be like, what is it called? It's called
There's one called I'll just while you're looking for it, one called Brother's Son, which is just like the Canticle of the Sun by St. Francis essentially just made into like a full like vaguely worshipy
Uh-huh.
kind of like just to use the term that we all kind of know we're talking about, granola-y kind of song. It's like, okay, this is really pleasant and good sounding. Wow. And it just points everyone towards God all the
Yeah.
time. This is great.
What do you think about Brother Isaiah?
I haven't heard him.
You should look
Is
up Brother
he a
Isaiah.
monk?
He's a CFR, I believe.
Wow. Wow.
And super just acoustic. He has acoustic, and then he also has more. I don't know what the music term is. Beefed up.
Alternative.
It's called The Blessing.
Music. Oh,
A
the blessing. When you guys do it, it's
Dude,
so
I
good.
act like
It's so good.
when we do it, I
Can I see the cover art for that one? Because I think I might recognize it. Is it the one with the... Oh, no, never mind. Okay.
There are 10 different versions, I think, but she says, "The Lord bless you," and
Oh, you know, there's...
they do, oh.
My friend, one of my non-denominational friends, he pointed out that a song similar to this to me, where it's like, in the background, because it's a live version, like the lead singer's like going like, "Put another blessing on him, Gary." It's like, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
We can't be talking like that now all of a sudden. Like sometimes it's like maybe just like me just like wanted to be such a contrarian where it's like this music kind of whack, but also sometimes where it's like
it's terrible.
we could be slightly more reverent here, guys.
Yeah,
Slightly.
yeah. That's fair. When it's reverence, when it's praise and worship music in mass, and it feels irreverent, I do cringe.
But that's our deal. We're about the reverence.
But but I have seen, and I will say, I think it's at LA, when I have seen worship music done with reverence, and then it's obviously a different form of worship.
Totally.
In mass, you're putting your mind in a different disposition, but I think reverent music brings you more to like, I'm at the gates of heaven and I'm kneeling before you and you are my king sort of feeling. And then Christian worship could lean more towards like God as Jesus is our friend, both of which are appropriate. Are just like
This is my friend.
same appropriate
You know that
messages.
song?
But yeah, it has felt irreverent.
I
So I will give it that.
I think it's a
In
good...
mass, it's like...
I think it's a really great way, like, the message, and this is it might be a controversial statement, maybe it's just the totally most agreeable one that anyone's ever heard, but I think it's the right direction of that general idea that we had with liturgical dance.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm sorry, brother, I'm not about...
I did have to do that in 8th grade.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
Episcopalian.
You came up from an Episcopalian background.
No, for 1 year, 8th grade, I went to St. Paul's in Ventura. I think it closed the year after.
Shucks.
But our principal, that's the term, had us do liturgical dance for school.
And that's where it
performance.
happened. Okay,
And
I see.
that's where it
Yeah.
happened. That was the
I
beginning.
mean, it's funny because
it
like
was very uncomfortable. I did not like dancing as a child.
Guys, King David danced before God one time in the Bible. We gotta do it now.
That
It's
was
like,
given to me recently as an argument.
it's like, okay, buddy.
and John the Baptist leap for joy inside of Elizabeth's womb.
That's great, but we're not fetuses.
I know.
Liturgical dance, I'm
Okay.
sure it's hard to find. I mean, I guess I haven't really been privy to a lot of liturgical dances. I'm sure someone out there does it well.
I'm
with
sure.
reverence.
Yeah, sure.
I'll tell you about them when I
Probably
find
ha-
them.
Sure.
probably
But
would
it's
find.
funny because you come from a background. You went to Holy Cross.
Yeah.
You went to Villanova.
Yeah.
And then you went to St.
Thomas
Thomas
Aquinas.
Aquinas. And it's so funny because like I didn't do that.
Uh,
And like I went public school,
Hey.
and like I've found that I actually absolutely hate Christian music, and like you coming from like a trad like time, you're like, I love it, it's great.
it's my
I'm like,
season.
The grass is always greener on the other
I
side.
guess it's just like I went to Latin mass this last Sunday, and like the Gregorian chant during, I was like, this is beautiful.
It is so beautiful.
I love this, and I'm like, wait, who am I? What am I doing? Like,
You're like,
well, I know. I'll just play.
It is so gorgeous.
So
Yeah, you go to even the music right now at Mission downtown, 9 a.m. So beautiful. You go to the college, so beautiful. They're like, I think we can love both.
Mm-hmm. I actually heard it said one time pretty recently, actually at our last meeting, that someone was kind of recounting that they'd never heard anyone say, well, of course we hear people say like, oh man, I love the Latin Mass, it's awesome, but that's like no one's ever said like, yeah, I love my Nordis Ordo Mass. It's so, but that's all that being said, it was coming from a guy who said like right after that, like, no, I do love my Norbis Ordo Mass the way that my parish does it, which is like, hey, that's That's awesome.
I love
Yeah.
mass.
I love
That's
mass.
all.
Yeah.
Like I love
Yeah.
mass, bro. Like I don't even care if it's like, oh,
You know what? Agreed.
when we went to go talk at that one church, I'm not gonna say where it was. Do you remember
Uh-huh.
we went to go talk at that one church and the pianist like on that like on the keys and the guitar and it was absolutely killing me.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking?
Yes.
Like the most like, do you know like how plastic synths sound? And it's like ting 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 ting, like you know like me.
It was fun.
Oh my gosh, it was wrong. And I was like looking at her. I was
She's
like,
trying to do a good job.
I was looking at her and her voice.
It
And
was
I was
difficult.
because she went to go talk at this church,
Yeah.
and I just like looked at her, and she looked at me, and we're just like
I knew what I was
smiling.
thinking.
We're like smiling. I'm like I'm dying. I am dying right now. Like this is terrible.
It was tough.
Man.
So she's trying to, yeah.
Trying
She was trying. She was trying.
Man.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? Any other plugs for Young Adult Ministry? Any other Young Adult Ministry thoughts? Any thoughts about your life?
Just go to whatever young adult ministry that you could actually see yourself going to on a regular, consistent basis.
Yeah.
And also, maybe this is a plug for both the individual members of young adult ministry communities, but also the coordinators. I'm also saying this to myself because I need to work on it. Like, we need to be more present in the general parish life. Like, it makes old people so happy, I've heard, whenever they know that there's a active young adults ministry community. And guess what? Oh, they have the money. So we can buy more pizzas using their money.
But also, I mean, it helps you spiritually as well, which is probably the most important thing. Is just like, I don't know, you grow in your faith by doing those things, even though they might be hard or frustrating or annoying, right? I think that's something that everyone likes to be lazy, right? Like I'm the laziest person like around. Like I hate doing things, but yet it's like for the good of God and for the grace of God, you know. It's just like I'll go do it, right? It's like what else do I have to do except for try to get my eternal banquet in heaven, you know?
Yeah, good point. Any
Yeah,
other
that's
thoughts?
really it for me. Just go to mass, go to your young adult ministry. Oh, you know what? Maybe even go and volunteer, even if it's not necessarily with like feeding the homeless or like crushing up recyclables.
Yeah.
The folks who really need your help are the people working in ministry. So middle school ministry, family faith, high school ministry. Don't force yourself into a space that you aren't comfortable or able at, but I guarantee that you have a charism for one of those specific age groups. Because if our parish ain't crying, it's dying, right?
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
And people need at least 2 to 3 adults in their lives in order to feel like as if they have a good sense of their future outside of their parents. So be one of those 2 to 3 adults.
Dang.
I'll have to think about that. Noodle on that a little bit more. That is a very good plug.
There you
Would
go.
you like to lead us out in prayer?
Oh, geez, spontaneous prayer. That's one of the
What do you
folks.
think about it?
Just to go and brown nose our Protestant brothers and sisters more and more. It's like one of the things that they do really well is just prayers off the heart. It's really incredible.
Yeah.
Which I would also
Praying better.
encourage us to do as well instead of just reading a prayer card or something. Have a conversation with God, people.
Yeah. Both
and
have their place.
Both have their place. We should be doing both. Same reason why I say we should be praying to the saints instead of just directly to Jesus or God.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go into prayer. Yeah, that's right. We're starting in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Something very controversial. We're going to leave a brief moment of silence to remind ourselves of God's presence and to allow the Holy Spirit to enter this space. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for all that you've given us, all the ways that you have loved us, but especially in the sacrifice and resurrection of your Son, Jesus Christ. May you bless the local communities, the parish leaders, the pastors, the individual person, everybody who are those figures who help to go and make vibrant and lively ministries, Lord. And especially draw those who need to be in the communities that you see fit. Help us all to love each other better and to love you better. All these things we pray in your Son's mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
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 Nice. We did it.
Thank you.
It wasn't too hot.